Oh, we got a fun one. This is a 2022 Acura TLX. And hold on. Type S. This thing is absolutely gorgeous looking. And which, by the way, looking at this now, I didn't even know that this thing existed until I took it in on trade, where, I mean, just every dynamic line of this vehicle is just so sick. And because it's an Acura, as well as being a Honda, this thing has a lot to prove and a lot that it has in store. So sit back, relax, let me go over this car for you and tell you why this thing is so sick and why this could be your next car, with it being one of the cheapest in the nation. Let's go ahead and hop on the inside. So boom, immediately entering into the cockpit of this absolutely gorgeous car. Of course, this car comes with a kind of a squircle of a steering wheel, paddle shifters here, and a very clean, simplistic gauge cluster. And with this being Honda, you have a bunch of Honda's stuff here, but that means that it's going to last and it has been tested. The button here will fold up your mirrors, like so. And these mirrors have blind spot detection, and my personal opinion, the best spot ever, which is right there. It's kind of hard to see it, but it's right there. Coming into this cockpit, which we're going to turn this AC down because we don't need this thing blasting. You have this very nice touchscreen paired up with a very simplistic drive thing, full drive mode, I guess selector. So, or not, well, that's the drive mode selector. This is the actual gear changer. So that's obviously, you got your drive button, neutral button, reverse button, and park button. Really simplistic, really easy to use. But on top of that, your screen here is very easy to use, and it's just all done by that, which has a touchpad that does that. So built-in navigation, wireless Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, all of the cool things. Dual climates, so it's very, very easy to use. This button being how you turn down the temperature, this one how you turn up. And then your fans are buttons here as well. Heated mirrors, as well as heated or a defroster, a rear defroster, and then a front defroster as well. Ventilated seats as well as heated seats, so that's always fun. Brake hold, so when you come to a stop, you don't have to hold your brake. And the stupid auto shut off thing here, which if you have this thing in sport mode, you don't have to worry about that. And speaking of the modes, you have a few different options here. So you have, this is currently in comfort mode, but you have normal, sport, which if you can't hear it already, the valves just opened up in the exhaust. You hold it, and you have sport plus, and now it's holding the RPMs. And idle, and we're going to turn this back to normal, or actually we'll turn it back to comfort. And I will put, I'll actually put my phone right next to the exhaust so you can hear the difference. And of course, it's one of those things where it's like, it's not a huge difference, but it's definitely there. This is powered by an all-wheel drive single turbo, not twin turbo, single turbo V6, and a 10-speed automagical transmission. And yes, I did say automagical, not automatic. That's just the way I said it. You also have a little bit of a G-force kind of gauge there, so you can see the G's happening in real time. You do have a full one-touch moonroof. So one touch will open you up to the bare sky. One touch closes it. And one touch to vent it. Oh yes. Now, this one being a black on black, not a huge fan of it, but I think this one does itself justice. Let's go to the back. Which, speaking of getting into the back real quick, this has the 4-door keyless access. So no matter which door you approach, if you have the key near you and you grip the handle, it'll unlock. These little buttons here will lock it. Of course, it won't do it since it's on, but you get the idea. Now this seat's set pretty far back, and I fit very, very comfortably in here. As head space goes, I've still got pretty decent amount of room, but said if you're bigger than, I would say even 5'8", maybe 6 foot, it's not a good fit. But realistically, how many people are you gonna get in here that's over 6 foot? Come on. Let's go see what the trunk looks like, and then I'll really go into detail on the outside again, and then we'll check out the exhaust. This does have a capless and touch gas cap, as most vehicles do. I honestly like where they place this trunk button here, and boom. You actually have your carpets there because this one has all-weather floor mats, and underneath here you have a, well, you have some tools, and underneath that should be your battery. No spare tire. Now, let's close this trunk up real quick. One thing I can't appreciate is the quad exhaust. Now, of course, if you can't really tell through the audio through my phone, but only 2 of the exhaust pipes are open, the other ones are not, and quite frankly, it really just sits so quiet. You can't really tell it's on, besides the fact you can hear it. But before we truly go into full detail, let's go down here and pop the hood and show you what's underneath the hood, because it is absolutely sick. This powertrain is a super easy, super nice to get used to kind of powertrain. Obviously a V6. There's your turbo right there. Not a very big one, but it works. Now, of course, from my research, the V6 does come with the twin turbo option. Once you go newer, this one still on the older side. This is actually a 21, so I believe it. I can't remember if it's 22 or 23 that they get the twin turbo, but regardless, just check this guy out. Of course, this one's not perfect. It's not a new car, it's a used one, but that still does not defeat the fact that this thing is an absolute gorgeous car. Now, let me change the sport, change the exhaust, or I guess the drive modes, so you can hear the exhaust tone. That's the 2021 Acura TLX Type S here at Honda Jefferson City. If you want to come see it, come see the guy in the bow tie. And not only will I hook you up in this vehicle, but I'll show you why this vehicle is your perfect daily driver. Thanks for watching.